It's just gone 8 o'clock in the morning. We stayed the night in the Panorama Motel, stayed up in that room up the top in the corner with the light on, and the sun's been up for about a half an hour, cloud on the mountains. So I'm going to start a 3-hour walk and around the peninsula of Kaikōura. Hopefully on the way around I'll see some seals. I'd be amazed if I don't. And there's a remote chance I might see a whale, but I doubt it. Yesterday we came here and had a beer. So this is Fife House, and this is the view that they get. Basically, it's saying that Robert Fife established a shore-based whaling station here in the 1840s. I'm pretty sure that that's my first seal for today. These flat rocks made it pretty easy for the whalers to pull the whales up out of the water and then be able to process them. A sign that you don't see every day. It looks like this farm knows how to make the most of the tourist dollar. Not only do they allow the camping, but they also had bed and breakfast and sheep shearing shows, and they have to put up with this view. So I'm getting closer to where I'm expecting most of the seals to be, but there's a really nice boardwalk here. I've come across this sign. I'm not quite sure what I should do, because it says it's a clifftop walk to Whalers Bay viewpoint, but I was hoping to walk along the water. The water looks far enough out that I could do this safely. So I'm going to walk around the coast rather than the clifftop walk. All right, so there are 3 big warnings. One is rockfall, one is changing tides, and one is seal aggression. I can see the tides far enough out for me not to worry about. The seals I'm not worried about either, because I can just make sure I don't go between them and the water, and they're fine. And it's pretty calm. There hasn't been any rain, so I don't think there'll be any rock falls either. Judging from all the water here, at high tide, the water obviously comes up this far. And up there's the lookout. But you can also see the sea is a long way from here. And here's seal number 2 for the day. Doesn't look like it's been out of the water very long. It's still quite shiny. I've gone a little bit closer. It's still seal number 2. I'm probably about 10 meters away from him. Just when I was filming the seal, about 10 minutes away, just at my feet, there's a tag, and I wonder if it's been used to tag any of the seals. I've gone a little bit closer towards the seal. It does seem like it's a bit concerned about my presence. Usually they're fairly calm, but he looks like he's making an effort to get back into the water, really. There's another tag here, but it's actually screwed into the rock. So maybe it's just used to identify locations. And just over there slightly is a white tag as well. And that white tag is also screwed into the rock. How many seals have you seen so far? Zero. Yeah, there's one just there. Oh, well, there you go. He was a bit closer, and there was a rock. There was a gap between me and him, but he seemed a bit concerned, so he sort of went a bit further. But now he seems relaxed, so he's still getting some shots in of the seal. Seal's obliging by sitting there, and I've walked a little bit further on, and I can see these posts all in a row. So I'm feeling confident that I'll be able to get around here. I'm glad I didn't go up there. I've seen quite a few seals now. There's at least 3 on that rock over there by that clump of grass. Oh, there's one just up here, asleep. Couple over here. Lots and lots over there by the rocks and more. And then here, in that area there, it almost looks like it's just vermin. Okay, there's one really close to the track here. There's one even closer to the track. So here's this sign that I saw at the other end. No access beyond this point. Bird nesting colony. Now, does that mean up that way? No access that way? Or does it mean that way? Does it mean that way? Whatever. Okay, at least the path is pretty wide here, and I can see seals easily. Now here's one coming to, oops, I was going to say coming towards me, but just looking for a more comfortable mattress. I'm probably about 10 meters away from this fella. Thinks he's in a photo shoot because he is. He's the only one moving. There's another one over there, another one there, another one there. This clump here doesn't seem to be worried about me. There's a younger one way on the other side of the fence, and I know you shouldn't get anywhere near the young ones because the older ones get very protective. Well, if you haven't seen a seal, this is definitely the place to come. If you haven't smelt a seal, this is definitely the place to come. Okay, now I step towards that one, so about 3 meters away from it. Right, so here's the end of the boundary, but there's a big buoy right next to it, and plenty of other seals that haven't taken any notice of the signs at all. They just sleep where they want to sleep. Oh, this one's upset everybody, saying time to go, time to go. I might go over there. I think I can see something. Yes, there's one. Oh, they're playing around over there in the water, so I'll make my way over that way. Okay, I can see them splishing around in the water there. I've got one big sleeping seal here. Oh, look at that, a paradise duck just turned up for the show. So I want to get closer to them. Oh, look at that little one. Closer to them in the water, but I don't want to accidentally stand on a seal getting there. I can't really see any between here and the water. I think someone must have sounded the alarm. It shows over just like that. Oh, and then we've got a couple of stragglers. Didn't get the memo. Obviously got it now. Exit is a little bit quieter from these guys. Maybe they don't want to get out. Oh, one's gone back in. Looks like there's only 2 stragglers in the swimming pool. Don't care. I'm back on the path now. I must say these big white stones do make it a little bit harder to walk on, but I suppose I'm not scared of slipping at least. I can see someone else has gone down there where the seals were in the pool. All the seals are watching him. It's a lot quieter around here as far as seals. Oh, I say that and then I see a whole lot on the rocks over there. Again, looking back to where I've come from, I could have taken the cliff walk, which goes up there, but I wouldn't have had any of these encounters with the seals. So I was walking along the path and then I saw this, which initially I thought was just a burnt log, but no, it's definitely a seal. So there's the burnt log seal, there's the path, there's another seal. So I'm going to plough on between the 2 seals. It looks like I've come into a new colony here. Yeah, a decent distance, probably 500 meters from where they were swimming. So there's a new lot here. Wow, there were 4 of them up there having a party. Maybe they're having a smoke behind the sheds. A new sign, a new rope. Says that seals could cause serious injury. I would hate to be bitten by one. I would think rabies comes to mind. So every one of those black dots that you can see are seals. I've come across this pile of wood. I would dare guess that it's some sort of safety measure rather than stacked up for a sculpture or for a campfire. Be interested to know about it. I just find it amazing. I find it amazing that I'm so close to a township and yet there's not one person around the whole area. Not one person around. I was just thinking it was amazing. I've got all of this and not one person around. Where did you come from? Did you drive?
Yeah.
So you could park your car there?
Yeah.
Okay. There were penguins here too. Way. I think it's just the same. People came down this track from up there, whereas this way I'll go around to South Bay. So I think I'll just continue along the coast. It's taken me about 10 minutes to get from, I think that's called Seal Rock, that one that's sort of jutting out a little bit, to get to this. It's much quieter here, but I hear the distinct honking of a couple of paradise duck down there. Hopefully I can get around here easily, because there's no way I'm going to get up there. There's several of these large rocks, or sort of say rock formations, and they've obviously come down from there at some stage. Luckily it's nice and quiet today. Alright, so my next challenge is getting around there. Haven't seen a seal for at least half an hour, so hopefully I don't encounter any all of a sudden going around this corner. One large seal, two large seals, three. Oh, right on the corner there's a couple of seals as well. Are they standing guard? Hopefully I can get around. I'm getting closer to the corner. There's one awake, other three are quite still, but who knows what's just over here. I passed those three. There's another two there, another three there. Oh, there's a couple really close to the point there. And I've got to be careful. Some of these boulders, I can't just make a mistake and think they're boulders. Okay, they're getting a bit frisky now. And he's gone exactly where I was heading towards. He's upset the other three, four, and they're big boys. But if I go down further closer to the water, I should be fine. Interesting rock formations, by the way. God, they're everywhere now. Okay, they're all settled. Good. Whew, they're starting to smell like seals as well. There's a fair few up ahead as well. Oh, God. Oh, one's just coming in. They'd probably come in this way. I think I'll move a little bit. I'm breaking the rule, except for this one. I'm breaking the rule about don't get between the seals and the water. Oh, look, there's a pool there and they're all sunbathing in the pool. Oh dear. They're pretty young. So I don't really want to disturb them. I can't really go that way. I can't go that way. This one's got out of the water. There's another one further out. What to do, Yanni? Really close to the water, there's one. Where I was heading, there's some pups and older ones. Then I was going to go up that way. Oops, not that way. Down. I was going to go up that way. There's a couple there. I won't say they're blocking my way, but I've got to get past them. And who knows what's on the other side of them. All right. Meanwhile, this guy's got out of the water. He's not going anywhere. These ones are watching out for me. These are definitely watching me. That one's down there is definitely watching me. I'm thinking maybe I'll go up that way. Oh God, just behind this one. I see another one poking its head up every now and again. My options. I'm not going to go around that way where I was heading. I could try to go that way and hopefully there's some space behind that seal and nothing beyond it. I could go back to where I saw those people coming down from the car park, which is way over there. Okay, I'm not going to go that way. I could try to see if I can get up that way behind that seal on the rock without disturbing it, but who knows what's behind it. I could go back to where I came from, which would mean I'd have to walk back way over there. But I'm going to venture up that way to see what I can do. That's the pool that they were in. They were all happy enough looking at me. That one's not doing anything. These guys are keeping an eye on me. Oh. There's a mini sort of valley just there. Oh, and there's a seal in the valley. Darn. Okay. And I certainly can't go up there. Right, I'm thinking I'm going to go back. Oh, there's another one just there. No, that confirms it. I'm going back. Now, normally I wouldn't be afraid of the seals, but as I said, the cardinal rule is not to get between them and the water, because then they feel trapped. Especially these ones would feel ultra trapped with the wall behind them. Right, I feel safe now. Goodbye. Right, that's behind me now. Last seal in this colony is just there. Hopefully none of these boulders are seals. But then I've got to walk all the way back over there to Seal Rock and then up to where those trees are. Right, I'm back here 30 minutes later. Well, 30 minutes since I left that area there where I had the seal mafia blocking my passage. But I'm back here at, I think it's Seal Rock. Now I'm going to take this route up here. Oh my goodness, this is steep. Luckily, I had practice the other day walking up the bridle path. It took about 3 minutes to get up this high to get a completely different view. Another 3 minutes on. So it didn't take long to get high. Oh, steps. How I love steps. Steps, steps, and more steps. Okay, goodbye, water's edge. My goodness, how many steps are there here? Surely it's got to stop soon. It's about at the top and just about out of breath. So I've got to the walkway. There's some people up there, and then there's some people gone that way and no sign of a sign. I'm thinking this might just be a lookout. So I'll go that way, see what happens. This one here definitely looks like a route out. So up ahead on the side of the hill, there's some people coming down, some people going up. The people going up were with me a moment ago. People that were here at the lookout have gone up towards them too, but they're in the trees somewhere. Meanwhile, this is where I was. So I walked all the way around that track till I got to that point. There's 2 points. So had I been able to negotiate that first one, who knows what was around that second one. I can just see the people who were at this lookout. Then I'm seeing the fence line up there. Oh my goodness, I wonder if that's the track. Oh, they're going up there. Look how steep that is. But they made it. And the other people with their walking poles came the rest way. But it ends in the same spot. This is telling me this way I will end up in the South Bay lookout. This one doesn't show up on Google Maps. I think I'll just take this road. Why not? So where I climbed the stile is just down there. So 5 minutes away, a completely different world of hills, cattle beast, skies, and mountain. Again, here I am, not one person in sight. Oh, I hear a voice. Can't see anyone. Suddenly, it's like a railway station. Two people coming up, one guy with a pole going down. The bay's just there. And they look like they're lost. So I bypassed that corner of the coast, and I'm pretty sure I'm in South Bay now. Really interesting rock formations. So I'm going past this field of something. I really can't work out what it is. Okay, once again, I'm at my favorite sort of an intersection. No indication at all where either of these paths go. At least they're well constructed. To me, it looks like down the left will take me to the water, and this way, who knows? So I'm going to the water's edge. Now, retracing my steps. That looks like the couple over there that went up the steep route. Okay, and then this is the corner that I think that I've cut off. And this is South Bay, I'd say for sure. I can't get over this rock formation though. And I've got a feeling that this path, when I said no signpost, is just because this one goes to the lookout, and then when I go back onto it, it'll take me back onto that first one. So it just took me to the lookout. All right, I've got this map or picture. I'm thinking that I was walking around here, and then I got to around here and I just couldn't go any further. And that's where the mafia was. And now I went back. Oh, no, I couldn't have because there's no trees there. No, confused. I'll have to find another picture. This path's a little bit hair-raising. It's a very steep drop, and there's really no room for error. It definitely is a long way down. So the track goes along here, and then you can see it through the bushes, but then over there it looks like a boardwalk. Cute. I'm coming to the end of the path, then the boardwalk. No, it's not actually boards. That's a surprise, but looks like it'll last a lot longer than boards. This is nice. This is a little shelter. Gives you a viewing area. Tells you the history of the place. More information. This facility is very impressive. Nice entranceway to the walk. Finished 13,827 steps, 8.9 kilometres, only 12 lots of stairs.